Hey my beautiful people, it has been a while since I did a actual sit down video, and honestly I was like, I'm pretty sure it's time to get back into it. I'm kind of using this time right now to reflect just on different things in my life, and one of the things I was just reflecting on was the fact that whenever I decide to just trust in God, things really do work out. I was thinking about when I was in school and I was working, and I was like, yo, I don't know how the schedule thing is gonna work, and it just worked. And I'm always so grateful when things just fall into place the way they need to, and I think that has been exactly what I've been practicing, just allowing things to fall into place. So I like to just go and clear my mind and think about the different things that I'm really trying to accomplish in my life and the direction that I'm really trying to go in, because I just feel like that's an essential part of the process, right? Trying to figure out what you're doing, right? How you're going to do it. Everything is about planning, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like even though your planning may be interrupted based on what God wants you to do, you still have to be structured, right? You still have to be structured and have an understanding of the direction that you're trying to go in, right? So if I'm going in a certain direction, and then while I'm going in that direction, he diverts me, that's okay. I'm okay with that, but I understand that it was a part of the process. So I think just getting comfortable with that is, once you get comfortable with that, then life is just different. So I'm going to take some time, right, to kind of just enjoy the scenery. And I'm also going to take time to write, because I think writing is also a part of, creating structure and solidifying things that you really are trying to accomplish in your life. So I'm going to, take some time to write down the things that pretty much my short-term goals, my short-term and my long-term goals that I'm aiming for, because I know that it's something that I can accomplish. I'm just so grateful to be sitting where I'm at, in the position that I'm at, doing the things that I do, because there was a time in my life where I was praying for this, where I really wanted this. And sometimes when you're in the moment of what's next, it takes away from you even being able to appreciate what you have. And I try to do that reality check thing with myself often, because sometimes I'll be a little ungrateful that I don't have to take the bus. How dare I? There was legitimately a time when I was praying for my car, and I'm ungrateful for my car. And I won't even say I'm ungrateful for it, but I'll say I don't give it the recognition, right? To that whole process of, even before you even got your car, you have to take a test, to then get a permit, to then take a driver's test. Well, practice first, then to take a driving test, and then to then go on and actually try to buy a car or whatever. So when you think about the actual process, it's really not as cut and dry, and it's really all these things that went into it, but sometimes you're not able to give it the credit. So I like to take time to just be oh, let me zoom out of myself, let me zoom out of my experiences and trying to get to the next thing, and let me just appreciate. Yes, when I wake up in the morning and I have to get ready to go to work, I'm getting in my car, and that was just an example, but there's different areas of your life that you could do that type of real reflective appreciation, gratitude. That is so essential, because that really makes life worth living. And I will say, my mom taught me that at a young age, like how to be grateful for small things. I meet people and they are not even okay with like being in their own space, in their own mind, or that there's a nice breeze. Like all those small things, even though they're small, they're so beautiful to really appreciate. But anyway, I am going to take some time to write my list of things that I really want to work towards, or that I'm looking forward to in my future. And I am going to just continue to be grateful. And I would really encourage you guys to try to be grateful for all the steps and everything that you've done in your life, and the direction that you're going in your life. Purpose is so important, and I feel like the direction and the things that I'm trying to pursue is really aligned with my purpose, which makes life that much more meaningful. So I would really encourage you to do that and find that thing for yourself, or those things, because it doesn't only have to be one thing. I feel like, don't put yourself in a box. There is so much to you. And when you put yourself in a box, then you minimize your capacity. You know, it's almost like if you put certain fish into smaller fish tanks, they won't grow. But if you put them in bigger spaces, they're gonna grow. And I feel like you should view yourself like that. Like, don't box yourself. You're bigger than you think. You're bigger than you know. And if you view yourself as bigger than you think, bigger than you know, you'll continue to grow. So I was so happy. I'm so happy that I was able to, you know, spend some time with you guys. Like I said, this is like my reflective time. So I'm appreciating like being able to, you know, get this out of my head, and also hopefully help somebody out there that may be going through something similar, of just like going through their own process in their mind. But make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you know when I post my videos. You can let me know if there's anything that you want me to talk about on my channel. I'm definitely open to that. This is about like self-development, growth, and just building your connection and understanding, you know, with yourself, and really being grateful for everything that God has done in your life thus far. So I know there's a lot of things that maybe you are not happy about in your life, but I know that there are plenty of things that you could really be grateful for. So I encourage you to find those things. All right. See y'all later.